Hello, this is episode 30 of Smooth Traffic. Happy 30th! In this episode we've got King's Car Challenge, traffic lights, the Audi TT RS, and virtual reality. Yeah.
So on the last episode of the podcast, I set all of us the challenge of speccing up a car which has a starting cost of less than £25,000 and just getting that as high as you possibly can. Now, interestingly, Ben pointed out that, having heard John banging on about the fact that he already knew what he was going to pick and it was going to win, Ben pointed out that if it's that easy, we'll all pick the same car. So, let's find out if we pick the same car.
There's only one place to go if you want to spend tons and tons of cash on stupid optional extras that cost far too much money, isn't there?
Say it on three. Brand of car.
Lidl's.
No, Lidl's is good value, King.
Oh, okay. Audi.
Yes, that's the
Audi.
one.
Smashes Audi.
Yeah.
So we've all picked an Audi.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've picked an Audi.
Well, John, since you're the one who was determined that you were going to win, what have you picked?
Is this going to be a
What's
three-way
the base
draw?
price? And how much have you spec'd it up to?
I've picked an Audi Q2
Ooh!
that I complained about in another episode some time ago when I went to the launch that the starting cost was under £20,000. And I challenged the entire world to show me an invoice for an Audi Q2 that was under £20,000. And nobody could produce such an invoice. And, as a result, I'm going to show you an invoice today that is whoppingly big for an Audi Q2. Stupidly big. As in, what the fuck is going on kind of big. You know, like just mad. Mad. Nobody should spend that much money on an Audi Q2. So, I picked an Audi Q2 Edition 1 with like 19-inch alloy wheels and like loaded up to the teeth with like leather and stuff and all that kind of stuff you get for Edition 1. And it's on my phone at the moment, which is charging right behind you. So if you want
Should I pass it over to you?
Yeah, if you want to pass it over, what I'll do is I'll read
Oh, the tension.
the options that I picked.
Well, we don't need to hear all the options because that could take forever.
Well, it's
we
an Audi, isn't
we
it?
just need to know what your starting base price was
Okay.
and what you've managed to spec it up to.
Okay. No, that's fair
And
enough.
if you've got any hilarious options, do please point them out. But
Okay, I don't think it's going to tell me my starting base price on the thing that I... It was under 20 grand anyway, wasn't it, an Audi Q2?
allegedly, yes.
But this is an Edition 1 with, on top of that, £11,265 worth of optional extras on top of the fact it's an Edition 1 trim as well, which cost, obviously, more pennies.
So, total cost, John.
Total cost, £47,535 for an Audi Q2.
So you're telling us that that's
47 grand.
definitely going to win?
£47,535 for an Audi Q2.
See, now, while that is disgraceful, I'm also pleased he went first because I knew that he'd bottle it and I knew that he wouldn't pick the wrong one. So, that's wonderful, John.
Okay. Would you like to know more about the car, though?
No,
Not really.
quite frankly.
If you've got any hilarious add-ons, do point them out. But otherwise,
I mean, I could have made it more expensive
well, why didn't you?
because it's not on the configurator. But if I'd picked,
No.
which is
We
against
had
the
to,
rules,
we had to use the
and
configurator.
seeing as we've all picked Audi anyway, we all could have done the same thing. But if we'd have asked for Audi exclusive interior stuff, now we could have added another £5 grand on probably.
Fair enough.
I did sneakily throw in the extended Audi warranty for 5 years, which threw in another £545.
That's not
I'm
sneaky.
sure we
I've
all
done
did
the same
that.
bit.
Yeah.
So what edition of the car did you get?
It's the Edition 1, that one.
Okay.
So it's just
Nice.
the special like launch edition, basically. Yeah, it's a 2 litre diesel.
Where's your price?
There, 47,535.
That's a shame.
I'm sure this is great listening for the people that are wondering what Ben's asking John to show him.
For an Audi Q2.
All right.
Do you want to get next one?
Ridiculous.
Shall I go next?
Go on.
So, yeah, I mean, Audi was the obvious answer. Well, Germany was the obvious choice,
Yeah.
and Audi was the clear answer. Now, I went for the Audi A3 Saloon
Okay.
with a starting base price of £24,850.
That's cheating though, isn't it?
£150 shy of 25
Yeah,
grand.
but have you included the delivery cost?
No.
Cheating.
Is that on the configurator?
Picked it up from...
It should be at the end.
No. So, 24,850.
Yep.
Starting
Plus
base price.
545 quid delivery cost, which is cheating. Yep, but carry on.
All right. So, what was yours, John? 47,000 for the Q2.
Yeah.
So I got the Audi A3 Saloon up to 56,934
Oh my god!
pounds and 52 pence.
Goodness me.
That's seriously impressive. Shall I tell you what car I got?
Go on, Ben. What did you
I
get?
went for the A3 Saloon.
Did you really?
Yeah, but what's irritating is that
Wait.
I only got it up to 53,400. So I don't know what you put on extra.
This is brilliant.
But somehow you beat me with my own bloody car.
But this shows that Ben's comment about if it's that easy, we'll all get the same car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, with the exception of you, John, because you'd already decided you were going to lose.
Yeah, but I
So-
cheated. I mean,
Oh, you cheated?
No.
Oh, you heard that,
Oh,
didn't you? He said he cheated. You cheated.
guys-
Okay, you cheated.
You guys have definitely cheated because you didn't include the first year's tax and the delivery cost, which means, unfortunately, you're both disqualified, leaving me to pick up the gold medal and celebrate wildly with my can of Budweiser.
Yeah, bad
Well,
luck.
I mean, that's all well and good, but that's what losers say, John. So, how did you manage to miss out on like 500 quid's worth of stuff?
What, 3
What was your
grand?
amount? Yeah, 5.3.
Oh, was it?
53, man. What's that?
Oh, sorry.
Well, yours was 56, wasn't it?
Yeah,
But no idea. No idea how he did that. What have I missed?
I don't know. That's weird.
I think it's a fix.
Yeah.
I think King's cheated.
Disqualified, Ben, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely.
Yep, disqualified. So King's out of it.
Okay, so Ben wins.
No, he doesn't.
Hey.
No, Ben wins because he got the same car as I did.
No, he doesn't.
So Ben wins.
No, he doesn't.
No, Ben wins.
Because he hasn't included the first year's tax and the delivery cost.
John, that's not there on the configurator when you
Honestly,
start configuring.
you guys are
So,
amateurs. So I win.
configurating?
I knew
Did I
I'd
just
win.
say that? Configuring.
There you go. So
Right,
just
next
proves
segment,
that,
I win.
that you can make a fairly cheap car
Obscenely
obscenely
expensive.
expensive with the most ridiculous things. But if I ever need to go skiing or cycling or kayaking or anything else, I've actually got all the gear to do that now.
Yeah, the canoe rack was a particular hire. Oh, and the espresso
What even was that?
maker thing.
Oh, I'd love one of them.
Yeah, see? Speak to Audi. They'll sort you out. What you could do instead, though, John, is buy an F-Type for less than 50k base price.
Yeah, but you wouldn't actually get one for that price, would you?
No, but if I'm going to spec up an Audi A3 Saloon and I've got all that money, might as well just buy an F-Type.
Yeah, but you'd have to spend money on, first year's tax.
You're not letting this go, are you?
Which is, with the new rules, if it starts at over £40,000, mega money, tax-wise now.
True.
I should know exactly how much, but I can't be bothered with all that boring crap about tax and stuff like that. So yeah, that would be much more expensive, obviously, but you wouldn't get an F-Type for under 50 grand.
Well,
Show me an
if
invoice.
anyone's got an invoice for an F-Type for lower than £50,000, do please tweet us at Smooth Traffic. And if you think that John is an extremely sore loser, just tell him to jump off a cliff.
I play by the rules.
I make the rules, John.
Equally, if you can spec a car for more than £56,000 base price of
56.9.
47.
under 25,
47.
then let us know.
47. 535. So we don't normally do events and birthdays like radio stations, do we? But
No,
this
really.
year has seen some incredible moments and some upcoming incredible moments that are going to happen as well. Ben's getting married.
Hey.
Is he?
Yeah. King, you've been diagnosed with high blood pressure.
John, we found that you've got higher blood pressure than I have.
Well, yeah, but that's irrelevant. You're probably closer to the danger zone than I am.
That makes no sense. If your blood pressure is higher, and the fact that I haven't been diagnosed with high blood pressure. Anyway,
You're
let's keep
jealous.
things moving.
You're jealous. King, I've heard on the grapevine that somebody has invented a new type of yeast. Aren't they going to use it to make better bread or something?
No, this is true. Apparently, this year, international scientists intend to complete the world's first fully synthetic yeast, which will be used in the production of medicines and biofuels.
Well, they won't be getting a rise out of me.
Can we cut that?
We can probably cut
No, we
that.
can't cut that.
We can cut the joke.
Goodness sake. What else is happening this year?
Well,
Ben's getting married.
Yeah, we've already done that.
Oh, okay.
Have you been paying attention to space news?
No, why would I do that? That's like something Ben and Tudor Lane enjoy.
Fine. Well, Ben, you'll be interested to know that the the Cassini-Huygens spacecraft, which has been studying Saturn for 13 years, will be disposed of in September by plunging deep into Saturn's atmosphere.
So that's not recycling then, is it?
Well, that's for the people of Saturn.
That is bad for the environment.
Not our environment, their environment.
What, you don't think we're like one galactic community?
No.
Okay.
Not after, look, we've just had Brexit and all that, John. It's difficult to really see yourself as part of a bigger thing.
That's fine.
What else has happened in this year?
We've hit episode 30.
Oh my god!
Yeah, we have.
We've done 30 episodes.
That's why I got Budweiser right now.
30 episodes. Chin chin.
Oh, I got. I drank my first Japanese soda this year as well, called Bin Ramune,
Nice.
and it comes with a marble in the bottle.
Free marble. If you
Yeah.
can get it out, you win.
Yeah. In fact, if anybody wants that, I will post it to you if you pay for postage.
Wow.
Yep.
There's
How
an
about
offer.
Yep.
So, we've done 30 episodes.
Yeah.
Also, congratulations to the Motoring Podcast, who have managed 100 episodes of their news show.
Oh.
So, tip of the cap to you for that, guys.
Yeah, one of
Started
those.
off around the same time as we did, and you're obviously far more committed to podcasting than we've been. So, but no, well played. Top work, and, here's to another 100 episodes.
Yeah. You can buy us a drink as a way of congratulating yourselves on 100 episodes. It's like golf. If you get to 100 episodes, you have to buy everyone else a drink. Like when you get a hole in one, you have to buy everyone else a drink. That's how it works in podcasting.
Okay. Anyway, anything else happening this year?
Uh,
Are we going to fit another 30 episodes into this year?
no, but I'm going to fit a 30th birthday in this year.
Oh, you're turning 30 as well?
Yeah.
So
So-
Jonny in Smooth Traffic.
Yeah. Well, you two are already in your late 30s, but I'm obviously catching up a bit now. So I'll be in... Because I'm still in my 20s at the moment, which is pretty impressive, isn't it? Considering how you two have not been in your 20s for at least a decade.
No, I'll tell you what's
So-
impressive, John. It's that you're still in your 20s. Because most of your body is definitely in its 40s, at least.
Yeah. Yeah. But, maybe time doesn't apply to me, King.
So yeah, that's Celebration Corner with Smooth Traffic.
Yeah.
We won't be doing that again.
Maybe when we get to 60.
Can we have a game show now? So recently we asked on Twitter if people felt we should branch out into more topics away from just motoring, basically. And a resounding 2 or 3 people said that yes, we should. So we're gonna try it, aren't we? And if people don't like it, well, tough. Maybe they should slip us a few £20 notes, and then we can say what they want us to say. That's how it works, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, we're going to keep it simple to begin with, aren't we?
no.
Yeah, well, yeah, because we've already covered gaming before.
Oh,
Automotive
right.
gaming.
Oh, I see what you mean now.
I didn't mean bribing.
Oh, okay.
You and your
No.
bribes. So obviously we've covered gaming before.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd just move on from that slightly. And we've been doing a bit of VR headset gaming.
Yeah, we have. But it's not proper VR, is it? Because proper VR costs like 800 quid, and Ben has decided to just get a cardboard box and put his phone in it instead.
Yeah, for like 20 quid, which
Yeah.
makes sense.
No, well, okay. It's not perfect, but it was quite good, wasn't it?
It's not perfect, and this coming from the man who said beforehand, this is going to be shit.
I mean, it is a bit shit, but it is quite good as well. A bit like that
So,
film.
we watched Rob stand in the middle of a room for 45 minutes and
Oh,
talk
yeah,
to us
yeah,
about
good
what he was
point.
seeing,
Yeah.
and you didn't walk out, so it couldn't have been that bad.
True. True.
But it was quite fun watching Rob get scared shitless by a game.
Yeah. I did genuinely feel a bit scared as well when I had my face in the VR headset thing.
You said you felt scared when you were watching me do mine as well.
I was nervous, yeah, because I wasn't sure if you were going to lash out like some kind of mad, mad drunk woman. When they get drunk and they just sort of thrash around like that, just waving arms everywhere. It's like not even really aiming to strike anyone. They're just lashing out left, right, and centre. It was like that.
What are you talking about?
Well, when.
Got to
Do we need
stop
to call the police?
antagonising women so they lash out.
But yeah, I thought King might lash out because people do silly things when they're scared, don't they? Like call the police.
Yeah. So we played a couple of games. The first one was Racer X or X Racer or something,
Something like that.
which was like a racing simulator with a spaceship, and you were just sort of avoiding buildings
Are they buildings?
by moving ahead from left to right to move the craft from left to right.
Yeah.
So I managed to get my spaceship 5 kilometres before I hit something and died.
Yeah.
John, you got 4.5, was it?
4,000 something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ben, you did like 200 metres.
I felt motion sick after a few seconds.
Yeah, so
that's not good.
Ben died.
Didn't. We need to get him some joyrides or something.
Yeah.
Or those little Japanese armbands that you put on.
Oh yeah. So that was vaguely entertaining. Obviously the graphics and whatnot were very basic, and
Yeah.
it was a very basic premise for the whole game. But
It was fun.
genuinely, it was good fun. You know, we spent a good sort of 10-15 minutes playing that rather than just picking it up and putting it down again. Well, except Ben because of his motion sickness.
Yeah.
Diddums. So then we moved on to
Dark Walls.
Dark Walls.
Dark Walls is the one I played.
Which John played.
And I was in like some kind of like mental hospital / children's asylum for dead children. And what I had to do was walk around this dead children's asylum with a dodgy flashlight, trying to work out why someone kept writing on a wall that I'd killed someone. It didn't really make sense, to be honest, because first they said, we can't breathe. Then they said, you're going to burn. Then they said, I killed someone. And then they called me a murderer. And then there was this weird like infant running around, and it was didn't really make sense, but it did make me feel nervous. And then that bit where what happened? I went into that like part of the children's asylum for dead children, and there was like behind the net or the curtain. I went in, and then there was this baby crying, but it wasn't a real baby. It was like a baby, and it looked like it was made of like liquid black stuff, or it had a black cloth put over the top of it. Couldn't tell. And then I looked at the baby for a bit, and then I heard this breathing coming from the phone, which was also the headset.
Refused to turn around.
Yeah, I didn't want to turn around. You know, if someone's breathing on you, you don't turn around, do you? You just let them do it.
In prison, maybe.
You let people do a lot of things in prison.
I wouldn't know, John. I'll take your word for that.
Okay. But then I did turn around, didn't I? With 2 middle fingers raised proudly and defiantly.
Yeah, and obviously we've recorded some of this, so we might put together a short
But then the
film.
monster had slapped me, and it made me a bit disorientated. Not in real life, but I was already disorientated in real life, so yeah, I'm probably in real life as well.
Okay.
And then you played
Sinister
Edge.
No relation to Jonathan Edge.
Maybe not.
Not that we know of, anyway. Which again was a horror game, which we think obviously probably the obvious genre for these kind of VR games.
Yeah, it's easy
because they're immersive, and it's just quite simple.
It's easy to scare people as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Just like put a giant like rotting fish or something, make it jump out of the screen when you don't expect it. You know, that's going to scare people, isn't it?
Yeah.
I reckon I could scare someone with fruit.
Maybe.
You know, turn around and there's just a big banana in their face. You know, that's going to scare people, isn't it?
I mean, if you're waving a banana at someone, that would be quite threatening.
Yes, it would.
I don't know if it'd be scary, but anyway. So yeah, Sinister Edge, similarly horrific game, set in sort of a gothic mansion, and you're being plagued by, I'm going to call them visions of this main evil character, who looked kind of like the Silence from Doctor Who, if you've seen
General
Doctor Who.
Grievous.
Yeah, John pointed out that his face looks a bit like General Grievous
from Star Wars Episode 2.
2, very good. Yeah,
Get in there!
that was a test.
Have some of that, you nerds! Have some of that!
Was it 2 or 3?
Still got it! Just say it was 2, King. I've celebrated now.
I think it was Episode 3.
Oh, fuck off.
Anyway, it was the prequel, so they all just blur into one.
Killjoy.
Sorry. So there's this gothic mansion with a graveyard to the left-hand side and a little shed.
It was Pet Graveyard.
No, because it had the people's names, remember? Because I found the children's drawings.
Some animals are called people's names.
What, Elias and whatever the woman's name
I knew a
was.
cat called Greg once. But I also knew a cat called Satan. So
Fair enough.
So yeah, it could be either, I suppose.
Yeah, so anyway, it was a very immersive setting, and as already been mentioned, Ben and John spent 45 minutes watching me just standing in the middle of the room, and
being
sort
a
of
bit freaked
moving
out.
around in this old gothic house.
Yeah.
And but I think that was kind of the good thing, because obviously
Yeah.
I was describing what I was seeing, and then these guys were helping me out with like the little puzzles and stuff that are in there.
Yeah, like
You've
where
got
to
to try
go
and solve-
and
yeah.
what to do.
Should I go through that door? Should I go through that door? Obviously, they were all locked except the one that you could actually go through, so asking their help was pointless. But
Especially when you're pointing to help us out. That wasn't very helpful.
yeah, sorry, it's just I'm a visual thinker.
Yeah. It shows how immersive it is, though, that you are sort of pointing at stuff, and because there's a couple of times I tried to touch a curtain. I remember that there's like a curtain in front of me, so it's probably in the video me like just stroking the air somewhere.
You made fists a couple of times as well, John,
Yeah,
which I think showed the terror that you were.
but I was
feeling.
convinced you two were going to jump me.
Why?
Oh, I don't know,
Just watching you being petrified by this VR experience was enough. We didn't need to jump you.
Fair enough. I've downloaded a couple more games for us to try that have very good ratings on the iTunes store.
The Google Play Store.
Whispering Eons #0. Don't know what that means, but that's an adventure game apparently.
Right.
And I've also downloaded a 360-degree tour of Chernobyl.
Ooh.
So yeah, if you want to go and look around a burnt-out nuclear reactor, we can do that
Excellent.
after we finish recording this podcast.
That sounds good. So yeah, verdict on VR gaming
I'd say
for a budget.
quite immersive for the sake of spending like £10 on Amazon and getting a cheap plasticky headset that you can chuck basically any phone in. I think it's worth having one there just for the occasional.
8 out of
Okay,
10
okay.
for me.
8 out of 10.
Yep.
And this from a man who doesn't give anything higher than a 9.
No.
Because,
There's no such thing as a 10 out of 10.
So yeah, 8 out of 10. High praise indeed.
Yeah,
John.
I think that's for the value and the kind of simplicity of the games as well. They're well thought out. The fact you can get your mates involved as well, and you can have fun watching them poo, or you can have fun helping them try not to poo themselves. And it's kind of up to you what path you want to go down there, which is like them branching storylines in RPG games, isn't it? Do I help him poo or not poo?
That is the question.
That is the question. 8 out of 10.
Well, there we go. Unequivocal positivity all round.
Buy one.
Buy one from Amazon or another store.
So in Las Vegas, they have upgraded their traffic lights to communicate with cars, and we can talk about whether cars should be connected to anything. It's another debate. But the reason they've done this is so they can report the colour of the light and when it's going to change to the vehicles. So some Audis, I can't think what particular model.
To the A3 Saloon.
It might well be. So when you're driving, through Las Vegas and you get to a red light, it reports on your dashboard that you have 12 seconds, 11, 10. It counts down to when the light's going to change, and likewise when you come up to it, so you see how long you've got. So if you're coming up to a green light and it says you've got 30 seconds, you can just carry on. But if it says 1 second, you're ready to slow.
Oh, this is brilliant. You know what is this brilliant for? Launch control.
I was going to say exactly that.
So so that's fun. But the point that they were making is that it helps people relax a bit more. So you're not sitting there holding the wheel going, come on. Or say you did want to use the launch control. So you go, oh, actually, I know I've got 26 seconds until that goes. I think some people were saying over in America that means they can get their phone out and quickly check Twitter. In this country, that would be illegal. But it's a valid point that you can just sort of sit back and adjust your seat back or whatever you wanted to do in those few seconds.
Do they have amber lights? Or do they just go red-green?
Probably just red-green, because you know what Americans are like.
I can't remember.
I was just thinking, because all this is basically an amber light.
It is, but it's slightly more than that, isn't it? Because if you approach lights now, it's going to be...
It's more high-tech.
And it's 2 seconds, you won't put a handbrake on. If it said 30 seconds, you might put a handbrake on and take your foot off.
It's more high-tech, but it's basically an amber light on your dashboard.
But amber lights always last the same amount of time, don't they? Which is about, 2 seconds? 1 second?
No, but I mean, in principle, obviously, if you think about the lights changing, you don't go from red to green, do you? You go, it's red, then it's amber, like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
And then green.
Yeah.
So...
I think it's quite a good idea.
I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm just saying that
I think
as they don't have amber lights, they could have just got amber lights.
Yeah. Better amber lights.
Better amber lights.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's quite a nice idea. I think it'd be one of those things that's probably a bit expensive to go around updating traffic lights around the city for that small benefit.
So at 20 seconds, you can have a sip of your drink. Yeah. At 15 seconds, you can adjust something on your radio. Maybe the bass. maybe the treble. At 10 seconds, you start to engage the launch control system by pressing the buttons that you have to press in 10 different orders, to make it happen.
Well, it depends what you're driving.
Well, this is an Audi, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah,
It wasn't Audi.
I think it was
this particular
Right,
one.
okay.
Yeah. So probably an A3 saloon. I've heard they're very, very
Expensive.
expensive.
Yep, sure.
Put it into sport mode and stuff. Then at 5 seconds, you're in sport mode. You can plant the throttle and listen to 5 seconds of pure sauce from the engine and the exhaust. And then as it ticks down, 3, 2, 1, you can get your middle finger out and point it at the person in the car next to you. And before they've had time to go, "You're a very rude young," you're already gone. Whoosh! Blammo!
Because they had no idea that the lights were about to change, and you were
Yep.
all over it.
And you can look like an absolute legend.
John Edge with another vivid description of life in John Edge's world.
Recently, I was very lucky and I had the Audi TT RS Roadster out on test for a bit. And I'm not going to talk about it on the podcast because tactically, I want you to go to YouTube and watch it on YouTube and give us loads of views and likes. If you dislike it, I dislike you. But, we were talking about Audi earlier on when you cheated to win the £25,000 car challenge.
Yep, when I won. Yep.
When you cheated, yep. And Ben as well.
When Ben came second.
Ben lost.
Yeah, when you came last.
And
Okay,
you lost as well.
Yeah, when you came last.
But on the TTRS, there were some optional extras on there because that starts at around...
Inevitably.
Yeah, it starts around £52,000, I think, for one of them. But the one we had out on test was it was £71,000.
Which is an awful lot of money.
That is an awful lot of money. Yeah, true. Audi exclusive interiors. We mentioned this in the review. But, yeah, £4,500.
Lovely, though.
It was absolutely lovely, wasn't it, to be fair? I don't think I remember being in leather seats that nice below Bentley kind of levels of loveliness. A carbon fibre engine cover, which serves no purpose apart from to look a bit silly and saucy when you
Open the bonnet
in front of your mates at the pub. £650.
That does seem like a bit of a stupid extra. I mean, I know it's nice when you pop the bonnet and you see it, but how much was it? 600?
£650.
That is mental.
Yeah.
That is mental.
That is silly.
That said, on the topic of stupid add-ons, I saw a Range Rover with app-controlled seats. What? I don't understand why you would need app-controlled seats. Surely if you're in the car and you're sitting on the seat, you don't want to have to get your phone out and then adjust your seat with that. I don't see the point.
No.
Plus, you're not allowed to touch your phone anymore.
You're not allowed to touch your phone when you're driving. And when you're sitting in it, surely buttons on the seat are perfectly acceptable.
Yeah.
Also, you're opening your car up to more connections to the outside world, which just opens you up to hackers and things. It just seems utterly pointless. And if you're not doing it when you're sitting in the car and you're doing it from in the comfort of your house before you get in, then how would you know whether the seat was comfortable or not?
Plus, cars like that have memory
settings
anyway, don't they? So you get in and you just press memory 1 or memory 2, and the seat goes into the position that you have recorded it in.
Yeah, I'm all for technology and making things more useful and quicker and slicker and all that sort of stuff. But that is just pointless, I think. Yeah. Unless anyone knows any reason why it's not pointless, but
no, they don't.
No,
I think it's impossible.
No, they don't.
I mean, on the topic of Range Rovers, I sat in an Evoque soft top the other day.
Oh, I love Evoque.
Disgusting.
Yeah, but have you seen the convertible one?
Yeah, it looks like a boat.
It looks stupid. It looks absolutely ridiculous.
It does, yeah.
The Evoque looks stupid. Full stop.
The Evoque's fine.
You look stupid.
The convertible, yeah, ridiculous. And with the roof off, it just looks stupid. But, I mean, I'm a big fan of the Evoque. I think we both are, John.
Yeah.
Ben, not so much.
No.
But, once he's been in one...
No.
He'll change his mind.
But I've got to say, when I went to get in this, the seat was really far forward. So I had to move the seat back before I could get in. Probably the slowest moving seat that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So
was
the
it
fact
electronic?
It was electronic.
No,
so I couldn't just go. I couldn't just pull a handle and move it. Just had to stand there, outside the car, holding the button on the side of the seat as it very slowly moved backwards.
Yeah. You know what else is like that? Electronic boot lids. Electronic boots.
That annoys me.
When you have to press the button, it takes 15 flipping seconds to close.
What happened to just giving it a good old slam?
Just slam it. Just go. Thunk, like on Deadliest Boot Spaces in our jingle.
Why did we get to a point where closing a boot was too much effort? That's properly lazy, isn't it?
Yeah, because people are just absolute animals. Just lazy, absolute animals. You don't deserve to drive cars.
This is the thing though, with the seat adjustment as well. I get that obviously everything's electric these days. It's just the way everything is.
Rocks aren't.
But what what happened to just having a handle that you just move the seat? Because that's quicker,
Yeah.
regardless of whatever. And I'm all for, as you say, the memory settings where a car will remember exactly how you want your seat. That's brilliant. But I don't see what was wrong with having a handle to move the seat back and forth. Because that was a 2-second job done.
And electric handbrakes as well.
Oh, they annoy me.
There's no point in them.
I just don't get it. I want to have a handbrake that I can, because then I know that I've applied the handbrake.
Yeah.
A little button with a P on it. How do I know? Nothing. There's no. I don't know. There's no physical involvement from me.
No.
I
to
do
do
like
that.
having that feel of, especially when doing hill starts and
exactly.
things, of having that. Because
You know that you've got the handbrake on.
Because the Golf has had we've had an electric handbrake for years, and it still annoys me. I still don't like it. I don't know. There's just something about feeling like you've got the grip of the car in your own
Yeah, exactly.
hands, like
He likes hard things in his hands, though, to be fair.
Ben's getting married. What are you talking about?
Like,
Just saying, in the old days, that was, you know.
Different man now.
So yeah, are we in favour of just kind of like banning all the electronic crap that we get in cars now?
no, electronic crap that's put in there for the sake of being electronic, and not actually being useful. If it's slowing me down or making life more difficult or pointless, then no.
But also, I think we're just getting old.
Yeah.
No, we're not. I'm in my 20s.
Yeah. But if you think about it, obviously, kids today want everything to be automatic. You know, you click of a button and
But
it's
also
done.
instant. So
Instant. Yeah.
Instant is like if you've got someone in the driver's seat and they're like, I just want to change my shoes or something. I'll push the chair back. It'll take you about 35 minutes to pull the chair back far enough to have the reach to change your shoes. Whereas in the old days you'd go clunk and you'd be there.
Do you remember when you had a shit car and you pulled to make the seat go backwards and it would just fly backwards?
Yeah.
Especially if you're on a slope.
On a slight slope, you just lift it up. Bang.
Flying backwards about
You're in the
30
back
mile
seat.
an hour, yeah.
Or do you remember when you had a really shit car and you were
Shut up,
trying
Ben.
to use the lever
Shut up,
to
Ben.
move the car slightly, and what happens is that it falls off because you're in a Me Too,
Yeah.
and Alpha make rubbish cars. Yeah, King.
That's why we've travelled up to see you, Ben, in the Renault Badger, because I wouldn't have been able to go in Kingy's car because I would have needed to adjust the seat, and I can't.
You don't need to adjust the seat.
It does.
No, he doesn't. Because I'll tell you what. Right,
So-
when he gets in the passenger seat of my car, immediately he has to have the back way down like he's some kind of gangster. I mean, he's got such a lean on him; it's ridiculous. Sit up straight, you lazy bugger. All right, I'm getting old. All right, I'm the one that's getting old here.
Give me a posture.
To be fair though, King's 5'4" and I'm 6'1", so you know there is a difference there, isn't there?
Well, because we're talking about how we can have electronic seats, and we're saying let's go back to manual, and Rob just doesn't want any adjustment at all. He just wants it to be rigid.
Yeah.
He just wants it to get
A wooden chair.
a dining room table chair.
Oh, wingbacks.
He's got wingbacks in his Alpha. There you go.
Yeah, we should probably stop talking about the Alpha because King's blood pressure is going to go up if we carry on talking about
Still won't be as high as yours, Johnny.
I like Alphas; they just fall apart. It's a shame.
it. Yeah,
It is a shame. I think we're all agreed.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good day.
On that
we
bombshell,
We haven't driven the new one yet.
we'll give that a try soon. SMMT? Would it be SMMT?
Oh, probably.
Hopefully.
Well, there better be. Otherwise,
Fingers crossed.
you know.
We best get in early in case anyone breaks it in the morning.
Yeah.
If not, I'd quite like to drive a 4C if they've got one of those there.
No.
Why? Why not?
Ford C-Max.
Ford C-Max, yes. The Ford C-Max is just what I want to drive.
I can't fit in the Alpha 4C.
I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about me.
I know, but I need to come in it as well.
I don't care.
Alright.
Ben will come with me as chief
No, he
cameraman.
won't. He won't like it. 'cause
Camera operator.
Ben gets scared of fast cars, doesn't he?
Only when you're driving them.
Yeah.
Ben thinks his 120 horsepower Golf is an exciting car to drive.
It is. It's fun.
But compared to a train...
You said earlier today that you were starting to like
I'm
it.
starting to like it, yeah. But it's not exactly exciting, is it?
Is it as fast as a train?
Well, it's probably faster than the train. Most things are faster than the train around here. It's got seats as well.
We really need maglev trains, don't we?
Yeah.
We've
If you want to see maglev trains, tweet us at Smooth Traffic.
Yeah, actually, because how hard can it be to make one? Magnets?
Yeah.
Magnets and model trains that you get from model train magazines at the newsagent. How hard can it be?
Well, good question. Do you know there are several different ways to actually set up the maglevs as well? in terms of like how the magnets are laid out.
What?
We won't get into this.
They're
but,
like fridge magnets where there's round ones and rectangular
that's
ones.
exactly it, John. There are fridge magnets just
Round
along
ones
the...
at the stations,
Yeah. And-
rectangular ones along the line,
Yeah.
another round one at the station again.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah. Look how fed up Ben is. No one can see this, but Ben's really fed up.
I want a beer.
We've gone off track a bit.
Maglev track.
If you want to read what I'd written about the Audi TT RS, go on to influx.co.uk because I'll be releasing bits and bobs on that. And if you want to see the video review that we've done on the Audi TT RS, where we unusually made quite a lot of effort, head over to youtube.com and
Are you asking or telling?
yep, and then type in the search bar Smooth Traffic, and then our logo pops up near the top now because we've got 29 subscribers.
Thank you for coming along to our 30th episode. What a celebration it's been. Just like a normal human 30th, we've swept it under the carpet. Join us next time when we talk about other things that might not include cars because, you know, you guys have responded and asked us to maybe talk about other things that isn't just about motoring. And yes, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Smooth Traffic. Follow us on YouTube or subscribe on YouTube, I think they call it over there. Just hit the subscribe button, really. Search Smooth Traffic, you'll see our logo. And yeah, if you're on iTunes or Podomatic, leave us a likey thing and a reviewy thing, because that's what the guys keep asking me to tell you to do. So it must be important. A likey thing and a reviewy thing, please. And until next time, lots of love. Bye-bye. Be important. A likey thing and a reviewy thing, please. And until next time, lots of love. Bye-bye.